I think of AssetWorks and like the pride I have in working for the company and what we do and who we serve. And I have people ask me, friends, relatives, like, what do you do? What does AssetWorks do? My 98-year-old mother would say that I sell software that tracks oil changes, and she's not wrong. It's just that we do a lot more than that too. But where I see it the most is when I do my 2-day road trip out to Massachusetts from Colorado to go visit my mother. First thing I have to do is I got to take in my trash cans from the night before, and there's one of our biggest customers right there. And of course I support that at $18 a month, but fantastic to see that that's the first thing I see is, one of our greatest customers. I'm taking in my trash cans. The next thing is usually we run over and pick up the mail. And of course, USPS being, one of our largest customers as well. There's a lot of pride in that. And then you can't drive, 30 miles down the road without seeing a USPS vehicle. So, and then I'm driving cross country, almost all the way across country. And I think the count was like 9 states that I drive through that are our current customers. I always think to myself, gosh, if I ever got pulled over, I could always tell the Kansas State Patrolman, hey, how's your car running? Because you use my software to keep that thing running. So anyways, the trucking companies that we have, we've got tons of trucking companies. They're always either going past me or going the other way. And it's always kind of fun to say, hey, that's my customer right there. I got those guys there. When you get into cities, of course, it's the only time you recognize when you're crossing a county line, because it's like, oh, county is so-and-so, that's my customer too, And then the cities that you hit along the way too, you're hitting, 8 out of 10 of the cities are our customers. Or you'll drive and you'll see a construction zone. In the construction zone, you'll see this major contractor that, has 10,000 vehicles that are in your system. And it's like, yeah, that guy. And right there next to it is the local utility helping them out. And there's Xcel Energy or whomever. But, with 80 utility companies, it's kind of hard to miss. We'll stop at a convenience store and you walk in and that half the stuff that's in that convenience store was trucked there by one of your customers. You go by a fast food restaurant and that one of our largest distributor customers is bringing food and beverages to that place of business. You stop for gas. We own Alaska. AssetWorks owns Alaska. We are so fortunate to have all of these fantastic customers in Alaska that are all providing fuel to North America. So every time I have to, dump $150 worth of gas into my F-250, I got a smile on my face because I'm pumping gas from one of my customers. I remember the last time we drove, we saw a huge Marine convoy. The U.S. Marines, that's us. That's my customer. And heck, if we ever did have an issue, all their planes and some of their equipment is built by some of our customers. And if worse came to worse, all of the nuclear labs are our customers. When we get to Massachusetts, one of the first things we want to do is go out and get some groceries. When you do go to the produce section, most of that stuff that's grown is coming through one of our customers in California. I guess my point to the whole thing is that AssetWorks touches way more than what's right in front of us. And, the breadth of our customers, the types, the industries, what they do, how they keep our country safe, how they keep the electricity on, how they move our goods that we consume every single day. There's a level of pride that I have when I make these cross-country trips, to the point of that I really don't mind driving for 2 days to go see my mom and to really take a look at North America and the footprint that AssetWorks has on North America.